Well guys, if you're watching this, you've probably seen the video where we just bought this truck. I just ran into Walmart Centre, Super Centre as they call it up here in Canada, if I'm saying that right. But anyways, I grabbed a blanket and some other supplies. I'll show you in the truck in just a second. It's still freaking cold here. It's killing me for a Floridian, but we are the USA border bound, about an hour and 45 minutes away. See my breath? Well, maybe not really, but it's cold. So, time to hit the road and head to the border and try to get into the US of A. I grabbed a blanket and comforter set. I've got one of my pillows I brought with me in my suitcase there. I've got another blanket back there. Grabbed some toothpaste, because I actually brought my kids' toothpaste. That was kind of weird, but got a phone charger, GoPro mount for when we cross the border so we can get the action of the border guys asking us questions, and a phone mount, and a Pepsi and some Doritos. Get the stuff set up and hit the road. All right, YouTube, I'm filming on a couple different phones here to get all the shots, but my GPS says we're 1.9 miles away from the USA. It's so cool to be able to see that. I've never thought I'd be traveling out of the country to buy a semi, so I have no one to thank but all of my viewers on every platform and the haters. Thank you all for making this kind of stuff possible. It's just so much fun getting to do this stuff. It's so just an adventure. All of it's a huge adventure. All right, folks, we are like 2.5 miles from the border, going under this little tunnel here, crossing our fingers we get through this thing. I just want to give you guys like a first-person point of view of like driving from Canada into the border there in Detroit, Michigan. I think is where we're crossing in at. So here we are, we're almost there, and cross our fingers. Comment down below if any of you ever driven across this border with something you bought from Canada. I want to hear your stories. So there you have it, 1.5 miles to the USA. It's raining. It's 1 degree Celsius, so it's 1 degree off of freezing, or we'd have snow right now. Pretty crazy. I've never driven in snow, so this is probably a good thing. Last thing I want to learn in is in my new to me Scania. So you've got these crazy long lines of where the trucks go around like the main border crossing for like the cars. So they separate the cars from all the semis. There's this huge like staging yard over here, which we're gonna get to in just a minute. So we're figuring it out. The nice lady over there at the Ambassador's Bridge kind of told me where to go. So we're going where she told me to go. Well guys, as of right now, I have no idea what I'm doing here at the border. There are like all these lanes for trucks, but it doesn't say where to go. They said there's a fast lane, so I took the fast lane because I see some other bobtail trucks going in it. Not sure what that means. I'm gonna find out up here. If they yell at me and be like, hey, you don't got no sign that says where to go or what not to do or what to do, what can't do, what to do. I'm just super nervous. Once I have this nailed down, I'll be way more comfortable if we bring more trucks in from Canada or wherever in the future, but for now, we're about to figure it out. That's for dang sure. You can see up there at the bridge where all the trucks are at, where we were sitting at earlier. It's crazy. All these trucks coming into the United States. This is just one border crossing. It's nuts. All right, here we go. My first time, I'm importing this truck.
Okay.
Where do I go? What do I need to do? Okay.
And you import your passport, your crossing document. What's your citizenship?
America.
Where's all the paperwork for the importation of the vehicle?
I've got some DOT forms pre-filled out. It's kind of what
Provide me all the documents that show the goods that are coming into the United States.
There's a bill of sale for the truck. Insurance on the truck. Got the registration from where I bought it from Canada. And I've got my declaration and EPA forms.
Okay, great. Your HS7, your EPA form, great. And what plate is on there? How
That's a 10-day temporary permit.
From who?
Canada.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get one in the U.S.
Well, yeah, it's never been imported into the U.S.
Yes, sir.
Let me see the. They should have gave you 2 copies of that. That's in the window.
That's the only one they gave me when I was there. I do have a receipt where I paid for it.
I'm not necessarily worried about that.
All right.
I trust you paid for it. So tell me how you found out about this vehicle.
So it's a Scania. There's not many of them in America. I found it on a Facebook group for sale.
Why particularly do you want this model of vehicle?
So there's none in the USA, and I create YouTube videos for fun, and I wanted to bring this one to America and turn it into like a
create YouTube videos for fun.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I gotta look this up. What's the name of your channel?
Just Bruce Wilson. I want to bring this home and kind of do like a crossbreed between an American semi and a European truck, and take it to the Mid-America Truck Show in Kentucky in April. And it's a 97, so the 25-year-old, I believe, kind of helps smooth things over from what I've read.
Your picture doesn't look anything like you.
On my passport? Or on YouTube? Oh yeah, that one's from like probably 5 years ago.
I mean, it looks like you, but it's
yeah.
Not. So what kind of dumbass stuff do you do on YouTube? Do you blow stuff up? Do you shoot things?
Well, can't shoot stuff or we'll get demonetized or deleted nowadays, but just everything trucking, like high performance semi trucks. I've got a couple brand new Peterbilts, but my viewers seem to love this older like European semis because there's no one that's really speaks English and talks about them on the internet.
I'm looking at your current video you posted 4 hours ago.
Yeah, it's about this one, yeah.
Well, you're validated that one.
Okay. We're doing good so far, he said. Did I come through the fast lane? Is that okay, or is that something I should have paid for?
Yeah, you,
just so I know next time.
Do you want me to break the news to you now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're going back to Canada.
Really? Why is that?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, you got me scared for a second there.
Well, you're still going back to Canada.
Oh.
Everybody IL, so okay, what's your intention for this truck, specifically?
Specifically to bring it home, remodel it, and take it to truck shows.
That's a commercial endeavor, and it's going to require formal entry on it. Don't flip out. But most likely, the officers are going to kick you back to Canada, okay, because it's a semi-truck. It's not a normal POV or personal vehicle. You purchase or acquire anything in Canada you're bringing home?
Did I purchase anything?
Other than the truck.
Other than like a bottle of Pepsi, that's it.
Okay. Do you have any money, cash of any kind, any country, over $10,000?
No.
Okay. And how did you pay for this?
I wired money.
Wired money. Okay. And so, officers, this is a commercial vehicle which needs to be commercial import. With that being said, okay, I don't know if the other officer will describe this to you, but I will. Okay, most likely I'm gonna refer you around to the counter because it requires what's known as a formal entry. So it's going to require a brokerage. Okay, the officer's going to write up a paper and take you back to Canada. Once you get back into Canada, well, you can start here while you're driving, whatever your web browser of choice is. Mine is Google. Type in customs import or customs broker, okay, you have all the particular paperwork here that you can get with a customs broker, file an entry, okay, and then you need to request from the broker. Have you ever requested from Customs and Border Protection a one-time exemption? Okay, so you'll need a manifest for that. The broker you choose may be able to provide you a entrance into the ACE portal or a manifest for a fee, or you could email, okay, and get with have the officers at the front counter give the email so that the information could be forwarded to management, where they could offer a U.S. citizen a one-time manifest exemption. But that usually takes 24 hours. Okay, I don't know if you want to hang out in Windsor till, you know, sometime tomorrow afternoon. With that being said, I would speak with the broker about find you a customs broker that will submit manifest for you also. That should all this entail, because you have all the correct paperwork. It's just finding the broker, get it all submitted, and then you could be back in as little as 4 to 5 hours.
And there's no one that there's no way I can do any of that myself. It has to be done by a broker.
Yes, it has to be done by a broker. Okay.
There's probably none.
There's 24-hour brokers in Windsor.
Oh, like right back across the bridge?
Yeah, right on the other side of Windsor.
Okay.
It's just finding the one that has the access to the ACE portal and can submit a manifest for you.
Okay.
And then you have all the information, create the entry.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And then I'll hop on my short horse. And did you call anybody? Did you call a broker?
I talked to a broker, and none of them want to give me the time of day because it's not like you're just easy imported, because it's a European truck that was imported into Canada, and now I'm bringing it to the USA.
Oh, this isn't a U.S. truck?
No.
Ooh, it's not a truck that's manufactured in North America?
No.
Oh, I know nothing about semi-trucks.
But it's older than 25 years old, so it's exempt from all the EPA and
emissions. This is older than 25 years old?
It's a 97.
Oh, really? Yeah, we got. I don't know if commercial vehicles are exempt, specifically EPA and DOT. We know that, as you obviously looked up under 12392, the section of law that personal vehicles are exempt. I don't know what this is, but that's something you could deal with the broker or assist the broker to talk to you. But particularly, this would require a formal entry.
Okay.
It's not that hard. It's obviously you're saying, I mean, your debit card works, right? Why wouldn't they want to talk to you?
Yeah.
I mean, it is. You have cash.
Yeah.
Even though you're going to use a credit card or debit card, why didn't they want to deal with you?
They just want to do everything through email. No one wanted to talk on the phone. And then I did some research and found other people that brought the vehicle to it with those forms, and they said they were able to do it. But I guess being a commercial, it changes it.
It does.
So even for private use, private registry, everything?
Yeah, because it's not, see, this isn't, because specifically, you can't private register this. Okay, I don't, or at least in Michigan you can't. I live in Michigan, you live in Florida.
Yeah.
If I took this down to, you know, what would we call Secretary of State here at DMV, I took it down and I said I wanted to register it privately, they would do it.
Because of the weight.
Because of its character, what it does.
Okay.
Okay, because then you can turn around, you got a license plate on it, and then you throw a whatever trailer with 50,000 pounds on it, and now you're thinking you're exempt DOT or all those other goofy videos that I watch.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, where these guys are driving around with no plates and they're saying they're sovereign citizens. And stuff like that. I wouldn't open up that can of worms.
Okay.
But now that the vehicle is may not conform to EPA and DOT, what box did you claim on the EPA form? Did you claim 2A or 2B?
I don't remember. I didn't fill it out on that one yet because I was going to ask when I got here, but it's exempt and all that stuff.
Well, it may be exempt, but it still has to meet certain minimum requirements. Okay, because it's a combustion diesel engine.
There's several of these in America already, so I know it's been done. I just figured it out myself.
Yeah. I can't, as a CDL any officer recommend you to a broker to use, because that could be a conflict of interest,
yeah.
that type of thing. I do know that there's many competent brokers that we deal with in Windsor.
Would the desk be able to refer anybody or no?
Nobody here will.
Okay.
Okay, because nobody wants to get yelled at by management because something goes wrong and then you turn around and you say, "Hey, well, Officer Roach said that, said this," and then then they turn around and well, are you pushing people to brokers and are they giving you money, a kickback, blah 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 blah. Nobody here does that.
Okay.
Oh, with that being said, well.
So next time I come around, can I come through the fast lane, or is that something that...
I would suggest not.
Okay.
So what makes this a beast? Because that's what you're saying.
It's just higher horsepower. Back then, it was like, imagine a BMW designed a semi.
Okay.
They're actually engineered. They're not just like bolted together and have airlines ran everywhere.
Okay, cool. And this is a 144?
Yes.
How many people do you have? How many subscribers?
It's like 850,000.
850,000?
850,000?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Because you got a lot of comments already.
Yeah.
You got 366 comments. Damn, you're popular. Okay, with that being said, let me make the referral. Okay. I would think of it, don't make it as a super big deal. If you choose to land-base me on YouTube, make sure you spell my name correctly.
Okay.
Wow, you're the first famous person I've met in a long time.
So where do I go now?
With that being said, you have all your double check to make sure I gave you all your paperwork back.
Yes.
You're going to go around the building over here. Don't exit the facility. Depending on who's in the van over there, they may hail you out of it, drag you on the floor or
Okay.
on the ground, throw you out, okay, and then get you in handcuffs. And I don't want to see that happen because that would really look bad for you, not for us, because we're within policy. Around the building, go to the big parking lot in back. Park. We'll give you a little bit of time to make some calls and see what you can do. But I would definitely go into the counter within 30 minutes or so and present your paperwork, and most likely I'll talk to the officer by that time already.
Okay.
And I'll apprise him of the situation, and we'll get you back to Canada ASAP so that you can facilitate this and then come back in the morning.
So I just follow the trucks around the building?
No. Those are going out to the highway.
Okay.
You want to go way over here to the right around the building.
Okay, yeah, all the way over.
Perfect.
All right.
Drive safe.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. There we go. They said to pull over here. I don't get ran over by another semi. Go around the building and park in a parking lot. Oof. Well, next time we know we gotta find a broker. We were told that I can present this stuff to the border guard, but being that it's a commercial vehicle, even though I'm using it for private use, it's gonna be an issue. So here we go. Well, folks, we're getting shipped back to Canada. Sitting at the gate right here that says return to Canada. I guess I'm gonna get a hotel for the night and find a broker that can help me get this accomplished first thing tomorrow morning so I can be back on the road. I did all my research, and a lot of you are gonna say you didn't do any research, you should have listened. I did all my research, and I could have brought this thing in myself had it not been considered a commercial vehicle. And I guess no matter what you're doing, if the truck's a certain way, it's a commercial vehicle. So we're headed back to Canada. Back to Canada we go. I got a couple phone calls to make in the morning to get a broker to handle what needs to be handled, but back over the bridge we go to Canada. gonna see what happens. Now we'll see what Canada has to say with us coming back into the country. Jeez, this is so nerve-wracking and stressful. Well, guys, I'm here at the Canada border, and they're really friendly here. Obviously, I'm not trying to bring a truck into their country, but we're figuring it out. He's gonna let me back in, go get a room for the night, and then call a broker tomorrow morning, like I keep saying over and over and over. All right, we're pulling back into the Canada. They're gonna inspect the truck, I guess, and check a few things out before we continue. I don't know if I'll have the camera going for this or not, so we shall see. All right, guys, we made it out of the Canada truck inspection office. Now I'm gonna head back over here, get a hotel room for the night, and start making some phone calls to some import brokers to the United States. We'll get the hotel room. I'll explain a lot of that a little bit more, but for now, let's get the heck out of here and go get a hotel room, because I don't want to be here any longer than I have to, that's for sure. All right, folks, I'm in the hotel room. I figured I'd give you the rundown of what's going on. I just ordered some McDonald's, and I got to show you this. I ordered a large French fry, not a large French fry with mystery sauce and chunks of something on it. Apparently here in Canada, they put gravy on the French fries and cheese. Like it stinks so bad, I gotta close it up. It's just disgusting. But anyhow, past the gravy fries, mystery. Ugh. It smells. It smells like, what does it smell like? It smells like breakfast or lunch at the cafeteria when you're a kid that you just like had to eat because you were so hungry, but it was still just disgusting. Gravy with potato, it's nasty. Anyhow, I ate me a quarter pounder and some 10 chicken nuggets, but I didn't get to eat my fries. The only thing I've had to eat today was some Doritos and a bag of beef jerky and 2 Pepsis. So I'm really doing great on the old figure here on this road trip. But current video's up, it's doing really well. It seems like you guys really like the new truck. I'm gonna sit down here and try to read the comments. I read almost all the comments on every video. It's a lot to go through, but that's why I'm always tired and look like I'm on the old crack. It's just staying up too late all the time and being stressed. But anyhow, so we're in the room. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get up super early and start calling brokers and trying to find someone that can help me get this truck through the border tomorrow. When I came back into Canada, they went through this thing, like searched the whole truck, did like further inspections on myself, and that was a whole nother, process. But I made it back into Canada because they were like, why did the USA turn you around if you're a citizen? I'm like, well, because the truck. But that triggered like a deeper inspection of everything to make sure there's no other issues. So got past that. I'm in the hotel room chilling. Might go on live on YouTube. I don't know. If I did go on live, I guess you guys would know by now. But cross our fingers tomorrow we find someone that can get us through the border and make this stuff happen. I also want to document all this so that if anyone has questions on importing a truck, you'll know. And once I know how to do this, we'll be up for the next, who knows how many we'll be importing. We'll see. See you tomorrow. Well, folks, it's morning time. I've got some maybe good news. I got on the phone with the broker this morning. They said, get the heck out of the port you're at now and go north. So we're gonna drive another 2 hours north to Port Huron port of entry, and that's where we're gonna go to try to get across the border. He said that the one we're at now is just the worst to get across unless you're just like doing freight. So we're gonna drive 2 hours north. Hopefully we'll have all of our paperwork in line by the time we get there. But check it out, it's freaking snowing. It's like a winter wonderland on my Scania. Woo! Ah, boy, I don't ever get the chance to actually, this snow is so strange. Like, the way it looks, I don't know. Pretty cool. Let's hit the road, let this thing warm up. Canadian cold start. Oh, it's so uneventful because it fires right up. So I'm currently headed north, and the winds coming from the west to east are absolutely insane. Like this truck, the whole entire cab is on air ride, and it's got the whole cab leaned to one side, pushing me across the road right now. Like it's nuts. You might be able to hear the wind noise right here, but it makes sense why there's wind turbines everywhere around this place. So out here on like a back road, and like I'm telling you guys, like the wind is bonkers. You see all the wind turbines out there, and in the distance. You can kind of see the wind blowing the crops right here a little bit. It's nuts. All right, folks, I've got my import documents. Fingers crossed is everything we need. I stopped here at the Petro Pass. Kind of crazy how the truck stops and things work here in Canada. Look at the tires on that trailer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 axles under a trailer. That's nuts. It must be hauling a ton of weight. But anyways, head to the border, fingers crossed. Got a GoPro rolling right over here like you guys have been watching with this stuff. This one's a little bit closer, so may have better sound this time. And hopefully we just smooth sailing. We're headed right in. Let's go. All right, we're headed up the big bridge. Had to pay a toll, set in line for a while, but now that we're going up the big bridge, we get up here to the American side and I guess see what happens. Gonna get behind all these freaking slow trucks. This bridge is much nicer and newer than the one we were at last night. Fingers crossed. Fingers freaking crossed. We're gonna get into the United States. I just want to go home. Welcome to the USA. I've never been so happy to see that at all. I'm not particularly the Michigan part, but yeah. All right, let's get through customs. All right, here we are. I know I keep saying here we are, we're close. I'm just so freaking nervous, beyond nervous, but we're here. Move the GoPro up there, maybe a little bit more conspicuous. We'll see.
Give me your ID.
Yep.
So this other officer is going to be coming over here to take care of you.
Okay. Well, you guys say hello to the newest Scania in the United States. We got pulled in, had to come through the border crossing. They said you're good, but we need to check a couple things, verify the VIN on the truck. I was like, everything's okay. I know it's going to be okay. And we couldn't film. I seen on the last place we were at, I didn't see a sign saying we couldn't film, so we did. And the guy kind of, you'll notice how he was talking like he was okay with it. Here I seen a sign that says no filming, so we took the camera down. But needless to say, I made it through. I'm gonna get out of the border crossing here and go park in a parking lot, and we're gonna totally break down everything. Oh my God. Get out. But for now, let's get on the road, and I'm gonna try to explain the whole entire import process to you guys and what I've went through, and so you can do it yourself if you're bringing a semi-truck from Canada to the USA. Let's freaking go! All right, guys, I'm still driving, but there's the bridge, Ambassador Bridge, that I came across last night and got turned around. Look at the line of trucks out there on that thing. Jeez. Had to make a pit stop to get some coffee. I'm tired, and it's really cold outside, but who doesn't love, ooh, cheeseburger? That looks like a fresh freaking turd. Oh, glizzy. All right, guys, I'm in Dayton, Ohio. It is currently like 9 o'clock. I'm trying to get to Tennessee tonight. Another 5 hours to go with old Scania. It's been a runner. Got me a cup of joe, some chapstick. My lips are wrecked. And a bottle of water. I've been trying to drink a lot of water. So I've been driving with the tag axle up. I'm gonna let it down right now and see if it rides any different. Truck's doing great on fuel mileage. Like, I think this fuel tank isn't even turned on. I think there may be a lever underneath I've got to turn on. I'm not 100% sure, but got to figure that out. But it hasn't really even used any fuel. It's crazy. And I've probably put, I don't know, at least a solid 400 or 500 miles on the truck already. So on the road we keep going, and I promise when I get stopped, I'm going to explain this whole border thing to you guys to the best of my knowledge, and we'll go from there. All right, I've had some people ask, how bright are these headlights? The spot beams and all that, I'm gonna show you guys. So here we are with regular low beams and fogs. There's all the spotlights on. It's crazy. Well, I've successfully made it halfway on my trip, basically, to Somerset, Kentucky, Somerset, however they want to say it. Somerset, Kentucky tonight. Gonna walk inside and get a room. I may stay in the truck tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. I just don't know if I trust, without doing like a full inspection on the engine, folding the cab for and checking everything for letting it idle all night. And it's super cold outside, so I didn't bring a sleeping bag. But we're gonna get a hotel room tonight, and tomorrow morning we're gonna get up and go see our friends over at Semi Casual and just get some general reactions of people that have never seen a Swedish semi truck, or even maybe we'll let some people drive it. But for now, let's get in the hotel room, and I'm definitely gonna finally get to explaining everything. Well, guys, I don't have a tripod to set the phone up on, but I'm in the room now, and basically to give you a full rundown of the whole day. I tried crossing the border, got turned down because I was missing a few documents. ACE manifest is what they called it. I had all my DOT and EPA documents all in line. If I would have not been importing a commercial vehicle, all I needed was a DOT form and an EPA form, bill of sale, and the registration or title for the truck. And I had all of that. But since it's a commercial vehicle, they wanted it on the ACE manifest and a PAPS form and a few other things, which a broker has to do in order to bring a commercial vehicle across the border. Or if you were having a broker handle a regular vehicle for you, they would have all those forms. So I was turned around, got sent back to Canada, and Canada's like, well, why did you get denied entry into the US? I'm like, well, got me some pizza toast. I've been eating so shitty food lately. But they're like, why did you get denied entry into the US? And I was like, well, because I was missing a few forms. Like, okay, well, we're going to send you through customs. We need to inspect the truck. The people at the US border, the border guard, super nice guy, as you've seen there. He basically just was very nice and polite, sent me back to Canada. There was a couple other people I dealt with on the US side that weren't very friendly, but I guess they're just doing their job, protecting our country. So anyways, back to Canada, they're doing, walking all, it's like literally they get in the truck, like stepping on my seats, stepping all over my bags, like everything, stepping on the bed. And I was like, dang, but I didn't say anything. They're like, okay, you need to go see immigration. So I walked in the immigration office and they're like, well, it just doesn't make sense to us why the US would turn you down as a citizen. And it seems like you had your paperwork in line. So they like tried denying me entry into Canada. And they're threatening to have the truck towed and all kinds of stuff. And they were going to take me back to the US and drop me off. After explaining everything to them, they finally allowed me to come into Canada. They're like, you just got to have your paperwork in line. I was like, okay, well, this is a learning process. It's my first time. So now I'm back into Canada. I'm writing emails all night to these big companies. And they're not like doing anything for me the next morning. And I called a local used semi-truck dealership. And they referred me to Custom Trucks. That's I'm going to double check right here. CustomTrucks.com. Broker, I called this guy up. He had me literally ripping like within 2 hours. Like he's like, okay, send me the documents you got. I was okay, here they are. Yes, Custom Trucks. I'll put it on the screen. CustomTrucks.com is the name of their company. I sent them the documents I had. And he's like, okay, hit the road, go to this truck stop at the border. So I ended up crossing, instead of crossing at, you guys have seen the border by now. I'm at a loss for names here. I went to the port of Huron is where I ended up crossing. He says, don't go to the southern border, go to the northern crossing port of Huron if you're ever going to be importing vehicles of any kind, because they're way easier to deal with, and they were. He said, stop at this truck stop, on my email. Everything was in my email, printed it all out. Carried to the border, went across. They made me pull into customs once I got across the border. I had all my paperwork in line, but they said, well, we got to pull in here so we can do a VIN verification. So pulled in, did a VIN verification, and we were on the road, as you guys just seen all that. So that's a quick recap of the border crossing, being threatened to be like deported back to the US, which was crazy to me. The truck almost being towed. You know, I know this has been like a roller coaster of things happening, getting this thing into the USA, but I'm finally here in Kentucky, spending the night. We got lots of other adventures on the way home. Hope you guys are enjoying this little series of getting the new Scania back home. And what do you think of the name Project Half-Breed? Because we want to turn this truck into like a half American truck, show truck, but keeping the European cab and interior, things like that. So thoughts on the name Project Half-Breed. Thanks for hanging out for this super long video. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Comment down below if you've ever had issues at ports importing vehicles, if you've ever imported a vehicle yourself. And go to BruceLotionShop.com, copy some merch. Every dollar spent gets you one entry to win Blue Collar the Cabover. We'll be rebuilding the engine this coming week, guys. Super pumped about it. See you later. Peace.